Hello, my name is Rose, and today's tutorial will cover how to merge multiple models into one combined file in 3D Slicer. So if you haven't created your 3D model in Slicer yet, I've linked in the upper right-hand corner some tutorials from our lab that'll help you do that. But once your models are ready to go, you can just drag and drop them into the Slicer app, and this window will pop up. So this lets us confirm that we're loading a 3D model and not a volume, so we'll just click OK. So now we can see I've loaded a model of half of a primate skull. So I took the skull and segmented it right down the midline, because the second model that we're going to add in is a model of an endocast, representing the brain space. So again, I check that it's a model and click OK. So I cut away the skull so that we'd be able to merge these models and have just a cool visualization of both the brain and the bone. So we're starting in the data module, as you can see here. So I can see both of my models in the scene. And we don't have a volume loaded into Slicer, just our 3D models. So we don't really need to have those views at the bottom visible. So I'm going to go up and select 3D only. Now to actually merge our models, we're going to navigate up to our drop-down menu, go to Surface Models, and then Merge Models. And this module is where we're actually going to put the two models together. So under Model 1, I'm going to select the half skull, and under Model 2, I'll select the endocast. Now for our output model, I'm going to click Create New Model As, so that the output file, the merged model, can have a unique name and it'll help me find it easily. So I'm going to name this Merged Skull and Endocast and simply click OK. Then the only thing left to do is just click Apply. And this can be a pretty fast process. It depends on the size of your file, but even with something as big as the half of a skull and the endocast, it's already done in real time here. So now that my model's done, I'm going to navigate back to the data module, which you can do by clicking on that hotkey or using your drop-down menu. And now I can turn off the visibility of our original models by clicking that eye symbol. And now we can visualize our merged skull and endocast model. So you can use this tool to make some really cool visualizations. Maybe you use a full skull but you turn the opacity down and you just have the endocast inside. But all that's left to do is save this model. So the quickest way to do that is just to right click on top of our new model, go to Export As, and then choose whatever file type you'd like to do. Today I'm just going to use STL. And make sure that it's saving to the place you'd like to find it again, and click Open, and Save. So now that we've saved our model, all I'm going to do is select all of our old models and delete them, and just pull in the new one that we made so we can visualize and make sure that this model works successfully. So I'm pulling in our new merged skull and endocast, and here are our merged models. So as one file, one model now, I have both the skull and the endocast. So as you can see, it's a really simple method. You can do it in just a minute or two, and then you have one combined file. So I just want to say a big thank you to the 3D Slicer team. They made this awesome software free for everybody to use. And if you're interested in more tutorials and more tips about segmentation and visualization, subscribe to the Daily on Lab channel.